Halima stepped back in fear. Her body trembled, and her breath came out in short gasps. She wanted to run away, but the mermaid's eyes, those large, sorrowful eyes, seemed to pull her closer, calling out for mercy. She swallowed hard, took a shaky step forward, and whispered, "Who are you? Who is after you?" Halima was a poor woman in the village. She lived in a small mud house with a leaking roof and cracked walls. The thatch roof dripped every time it rained, and she had to place old bowls under the leaks to catch the falling water. Her days were long and filled with labor, yet her pockets were always empty. She had 2 children, Amina and Sadiq, both thin and quiet, always hungry but too young to understand the full weight of their mother's struggles. Her husband had died many years ago, bitten by a snake during hunting season, and since then, Halima had become both mother and father to her children. Every morning, she woke before the first cock crow, tied her faded wrapper around her waist, and set out to find food or water, whatever the day demanded. That morning, long before sunrise, Halima lifted her old clay pot and balanced it on her head. The morning was still dark, but the faint blush of dawn touched the sky. The wind was cool, brushing softly against her skin, and the air smelled of wet grass and distant smoke. She walked along the narrow footpath leading to the river. The ground was damp from last night's rain, and her bare feet sank slightly into the mud. The river was calm that morning, shimmering faintly under the pale light of dawn. Halima loved this hour. The world was silent, except for the soft chirping of birds waking in the trees and the gentle splash of water against the riverbank. It was the only time of peace she ever knew. She filled her pot with the cool, clean water and carefully lifted it onto her head. Her muscles strained under the weight, but she was used to it. Years of hardship had made her strong. She started her journey back home. But halfway through, she decided to take the shorter route, the narrow back path through the bushes. It was quicker, though lonelier. As she walked, she heard voices, male voices. She slowed her steps, moving quietly. Under a large mango tree ahead, she saw 3 hunters. Their clothes were dusty, their guns leaned against the tree, and their laughter echoed through the morning air. Halima greeted them politely. "Good morning, hunters," they replied without looking at her, their tone cold, their attention fixed on their conversation. She kept walking, but her ears caught their words. "Ah, we are rich now," one of them said proudly. "I still can't believe we caught a pregnant mermaid. We'll get double money for this one." Another laughed harshly. "Yes, the power inside her and the baby will bring plenty of money. The big man in the city will pay whatever we ask." The third one spat on the ground. "We must take her there tonight. If anyone finds out, we're finished." Halima froze. Her heart pounded loudly in her chest. Pregnant mermaid, double money, big man in the city. Her breath caught. She had heard stories about mermaids from the old women in the village, how they lived in deep rivers and could bring blessings or curses. But she had never believed them. Not until now. She continued walking quickly, pretending not to hear, though her hands shook as she steadied the pot on her head. Her mind raced. Could it be true? Could there really be a mermaid near our river? And they caught her? The thought made her stomach twist. When she reached the small footpath that turned towards her home, she hesitated. The hunter's laughter was still echoing faintly behind her. She didn't want to meet them again. So she decided to take a hidden path through the thick bush that curved behind the tall trees. As she walked deeper, the air grew quiet. The birds stopped singing. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Then she heard it soft crying. At first, she thought it was a child. The voice was weak, trembling. "Help! Help me!" Halima stopped. Every muscle in her body tightened. She looked around, but there was no one. "Is someone there?" she called softly. No answer, only another faint cry. She bent and placed her pot gently on the ground, her eyes darting through the shadows. Please, help me. The voice came again, closer now. From behind a big bamboo tree, Halima's legs trembled. She wanted to run. Every instinct told her to go home, to protect her children. But something, perhaps curiosity, perhaps compassion, pushed her forward. She took a deep breath and stepped closer to the bamboo tree. And what she saw made her gasp aloud. There, tied to the tree with thick ropes, was a beautiful woman with long, wet, golden brown hair that shimmered even in the dim light. Her skin glowed faintly, smooth and flawless like polished bronze. Her eyes, wide and full of pain, looked at Halima desperately. Her lower body was unlike anything Halima had ever seen, covered in scales that glistened turquoise and blue-green, tapering into a shimmering tail instead of legs. A mermaid. And she was pregnant. Her belly was round and heavy, her breath shallow, her body trembling with exhaustion. When their eyes met, the mermaid's lips parted. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Please help me. They will kill us. Me and my baby.